Hey guys, King of Charmass here. Today I'll be your judge, your jury, and your analyst, and today I feature to you Donphan. So, why am I so obsessed with this elephant, may you ask? Well, I love Donphan because of the fact that it has counter, and counter Donphan actually can beat Skarmory in the 2-shield. So, that's why I like it. It's really interesting, and Donphan and Body Slam is, with Body Slam and counters, basically, it's like the Vigoroth of the Johto Cup. It's very powerful, very, very strong. A top safe switch, but here you're going to see me using a lead because I want to try to get it against Skarmory. And if you get that Umbreon, you could just beat the unholy heck out of it. So, well, actually, it's not. Umbreon versus Donphan isn't really that, from practice, it's not really that bad as far as Umbreon goes. Because Umbreon's so dang bulky. But Donphan is incredibly powerful. And, of course, you're able to punch the unholy crap out of Skarmory. Which is ridiculous, considering the fact that Skarmory is so tanky. But, again, this video features Donphan. If you have one, it's a really cool and spicy mon, I think, and I like it a lot. So, the reason why I love Donphan so much is because when I was a little kid, when I was a kiddo, and I watched the Pokemon first movie, for those of you that to remember this, I watched it in theaters, and I remember watching the first movie and seeing Donphan for the first time, because when Ash was battling, he battled, the first Pokemon the other trainer used was Donphan. So this was a long time ago. If y'all are freaking anime, I mean, if y'all are like no way back in the day, and you watched the first movie, Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo Strike Back, not the new crappy one, the old one. Yeah, that was freaking awesome. So, again, that's why I love Donphan. I was like, ooh, that thing looks really cool, but then it got beat by Ash's Squirtle, and I was like, oh, man, you suck. And now I'm like, ooh, now in the Johto Cup, it's really good. Anyways, my mental health tip for the day is actually, since we were talking about Donphan, it's actually animals. For those of you that have pets, my mental health tip for the day, pets are actually really good for your mental health. So, what pets do for you, well, I used to actually, well, emotional support. So, for veterans, I used to serve in the United States Air Force. They have something called emotional support animals, and I don't have one because it's really hard for me to take care of a pet right now because I'm always out and about. So, when you have a pet, it's kind of like a kid. You have to take care of a pet, you take care of your kid. So, I could take it with me and everything like that because it's emotional support animal. But again, it's a lot of responsibility. And as of right now, because I've already worked through a lot of cogs inside here, I can pretty much, I'm fine without one. But in the future, I'd love to have one. So pets really improve your mental health and your life in general because you always, it gives you that sort of attachment. If you have a pet that loves you, especially dogs, so it'll come up to you every time and you have that like source of like attachment. So you have a friend that comes out here all the time. Even if you hate humans, pets are amazing. So pets give you a sense of attachment and a sense of friendship. And fun fact, if you cuddle with your dog, it's the equivalent to cuddling with a significant other. So cuddling with your pets is actually really good for your mental health and helps relieve stress and may also help cure anxiety and depression and focus. So yes, it is very, very common. Actually, if you look up here, I used to actually volunteer at an animal shelter. So let's see, from that website, mental health and animals and pets, actually. Yeah, I actually used to volunteer at a pet shelter when I was still stationed in Cheyenne. So dogs, well, this is for dogs, but dogs reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Like I said, they ease loneliness, encourage exercise, improve your overall health because you have to walk your dog. So yeah, so people with dogs tend to have lower blood pressure and are less likely to develop heart disease. Good fact. I'll put that, like I always do, I put like this is from heart.org and I'll put the source in the description as usual. But yes, pets are good for you. So I wish I could have pet Donphan. I would ride it all over the place. I would like get on top of it and be like, go, elephant stampede, and then we'll just like walk all over the place, and then you just see me like laughing, and like it would be so much fun to have a Donphan and just like running around, like riding it and running around. Anyways, enough about me and my Donphan obsession. This is my shoutcast featuring Donphan in the lead. I love Donphan in the Johto Cup, and it's really strong. And I hope you enjoy the battles. So let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. Donphan is a beast, and I can't wait to shoutcast this. We got legend on legend action, and we're gonna freaking, oh my god, I freaking love, god, these Donphan plays. And we lose the lead off the bat, so I safe switch into freaking Quillfish right away, and then we get a Steelix. So I'm like, ooh, this actually isn't that bad. Because we are able to get to Aqua Tail so quickly, might be able to make something happen. Here's the problem, though. We still got Azumarill versus a freaking... We got Azumarill, and Azu does really well against my two Pokemon. So my back row, Donphan and Skarmory, we gotta basically, we gotta make something happen. As you see here, we're just gonna Aqua Tail the victory here. They're going to get to a move, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to take switch here. I'm going to shield. Hopefully, they start evening up shields with me, because if they do, this actually is pretty good. So, let's see what my opponent tries to do. They get the crunch off, and of course, they get the freaking debuff. I was like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? You get the... Really, bro? One and done, one and debuff? Seriously, dude? You're like Cell from Dragon Ball Z, bro. You die, and you keep coming back. And remember when I told about shields? So, we're actually grabbing shields here, so I'm actually really excited. I was like, ooh, maybe I could come out with shield advantage here. So I'm perfectly fine with letting Quillfish go. That, or I can send in Donphan to punch the holy crap out of this Steelix and have it lose all of its energy. So we snipe down the Steelix, and it loses all of its energy. And now we have this Azumarill. Now I'm just gonna straight body slam. I thought about the play rough and like, nah, it's okay. The reason I play rough is because play rough, Earthquake takes a lot of energy, okay? So I'm either gonna chip away with body slam, or I'm going to play rough and try to either hit an Umbreon or a fighter. That's basically my play here, because you have some. So we're gonna let go of Donphan. Ice Beam's gonna go through. Hopefully this doesn't KO, but this realistically should KO because Donphan isn't that bulky. And now we have a Azumarill against my Quillfish that I can sack, and I have a Skarmory still with a shield. So I have shield advantage, I have a whole Azumarill, and our opponent quits out because I'm guessing what was in the back was actually a Meganium. So with a Meganium back, this is just GG's. Or jump left or Meganium, it would be totally GG's from here. And I have a sack and still a shield. So that's my opponent quit out. So I was like, okay, cool, let's go. We lost the lead hard as heck, but we still came back. So screw the super meta bunny. Even though freaking super meta bunnies hate super meta bunny, but I haven't rank 1 super meta bunny level 40, so I can't complain too much. You know, bunnies are good. You know, I've never had bunny before. But we do have a Donphan onto Quagsire. This is really interesting, because I do believe I lose this lead by the sheer virtue, the fact that freaking Quagsire is able to get the Earthquake so fast, or I win this lead because I'm like, maybe I got the body slam spam. So either way, we can do very well. I see body slams are going to go through. That does a lot more damage than I thought, so I'm like, okay, never mind. I actually win this lead because I could just body slam this Quagsire to victory. So, as you see here, we're going to shield. And Earthquake goes off. We get the Earthquake. I'm going to get a little more energy here, and we happen to get a Quillfish, which is fine. So, I'm going to fire one body slam just to slow it down. I'm like, okay, so you know what? What's my game plan here? I have Skarmory, and I have a freaking Quillfish, so I'm going to send in Skarmory. Hopefully, Quillfish can do well against whatever's in the back. We should be able to farm down this Quillfish completely, and we can take all the Aqua Tails that come along with it. So, we're doing pretty well right now. So, like, alright, cool. So, even though I only have 4 battles here, these are some really sweaty 4 battles. So, as you see here, all we're going to do is just completely farm down this Quillfish, and then we should be able to survive whatever this Quillfish has to throw at us, unless Quillfish magically gets freaking Hydro Pump, which would be pretty dang OP. But Aqua Tail is OP enough because of the fact it gets there so quickly. Again, full farm down here, and it gets to another one, and my brain's like, oh my god, bro, my freaking Skarmory is literally living on its last leg. It's gonna take it. We're gonna get taken to the red, but it's perfectly fine. We still have hella energy, bro. So, we have something in the back, and they have shield advantage. So, I'm not too comfortable right now. I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? And we get a Skarmory on Skarmory action. I'm like, oh, this is kind of bad. The good thing is that we should be able to chip away with Sky Attack. And then maybe I can send... I still have a full Donphan, and I have a Quillfish. So as you see here, I send in Donphan because I already have an energy lead anyways. And I'm going to straight body slam down. Quagsire's hurt enough to where I can make something happen here. So as you see, body slam goes off. And then we managed to grab a shield, which our opponent wants to start doing because they're already, like, as you see, Quagsire has a lot of damage on it. I'm able to get to a body slam, so they have to let Quagsire go. Along with that, I still have a whole Quillfish, and Donphan is literally just going to body slam everything to oblivion. This is why I love Donphan so much. Look at all this, look at this output. It's literally, it's doing so much work right now. It's carrying the team on its back. It's like freaking Pokemon Unite, when you're like the ADC and you need to make a freaking thing happen. And Donphan did enough justice there to where we should be able to just Aqua Tail for the victory. As you see here, I should be able to live a Sky Attack or a Brave Bird. I have shield advantage, and we should be able to outpace this Skarmory to multiple different attacks. And I still have a stack of my own Skarmory. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fire that Aqua Tail. I'm going to break this shield with this Aqua Tail, and then I'm going to hit the combo breaker. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom. You're going to hit the combo breaker, and then you're going to KO the Skarmory for the W. As you see, we get the shield, we send in the freaking Skarmory, we hit the Sky Attack, and that's GG's. This epic combo ends this battle, and I take the W with grace, with freaking glory, and with all my, well, yeah, with a shield too, so I'm like, dang. That's overkill, but you know what? That was pretty freaking sexy. Anyways, as you saw, that was a really sweet battle, and we made, well, that was super fancy. That was hella fancy. Holy crap. Next, we get Donphan into Lanturn. Now, you're probably wondering, like, what the heck, King of Charmers? Why did battle? Well, I kind of, like, hit the record button, like, really late, so I apologize. And we get Umbreon into Donphan. This is why I have Play Rough. For those of you wondering, like, why does King of Charmers have Play Rough? It's literally for fighters and for this matchup. Because 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to think it's Body Slam, and they don't know I have Play Rough. So you see, I'm going to hit Play Rough on this Umbreon, and then we do know I have the Lanturn on the back with my Donphan, so we can tank a few Thunderbolts. As you see here, that goes through, and then we send in my Skarmory. Skarmory is able to get that, to take the foul play right here, and I should be able to comfortably farm down here. The game plan here is to farm down, try to make something happen. Because I have Donphan against Lanturn, and not only that, I don't want Lanturn to get a bazillion energy by farming down my Skarmory. So the game plan here is to chip down away at this Umbreon, and then we should have a pretty good chance here of coming out with something. As you see, we're just going to farm down completely, and then we got to deal with that Lanturn. So I'm going to get a little more energy here, and I'm actually going to try to, I'm like, the switch timer isn't coming up, so I go to 100, and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna happen. So as you see, I hit the Brave Bird, and I think it's a mistake, because watch what's gonna happen. I don't think I'll be able to make it to a second one. So as you see here, 1, 2, and somehow I do, which is great. Yeah, I jacked up. So, with epic misplays, maybe, just maybe, somehow, some way, we can come out with a W, because we're in a lot of danger right now. So as you see here, we take out the Umbreon. I shouldn't have fired that late. I should have fired a Sky Attack just to do some chip damage. That's okay. We still got, maybe Donphan can make something happen here. I'm going to eat this second Thunderbolt. You're probably like, King of Charmers, why didn't you shield the second one? Because I can only shield one. My Donphan's IVs aren't the best. Not only that, Donphan isn't the bulkiest thing in the world, but as you see here, we can eat one Thunderbolt. So I'm going to Body Slam for days. Hopefully we have a strong matchup against whatever's in the back. Body Slam goes off, and we get a Typhlosion, which is literally the matchup I needed. So all we're going to do is we're going to Aqua Tail. I'm going to time everything right here so that they don't get to a move. This should be Solar Beam energy right here. I should have fired a little early, but that's fine. I should be able to get the 3 Aqua Tails and take out this Typhlosion. Literally, the old, like, I had to have a strong matchup against whatever was back in order to come out with the W. It either had to be Magcargo or Typhlosion. So this is great. We should be able to get to 2 Aqua Tails. I shield this one. Should be able to get to 2 Aqua Tails. And then this is going to do some big damage. So as you see here, they fire another one, which is not great because Quillfish isn't that bulky. So this is going to do huge amounts of damage. As you see here, we're going to get burned. We're going to get fried fish is on the menu today. And I'm so glad it went off because I'm like, oh crap. Because what's going to happen is that one Incinerate will get pretty close. But the Incinerate should go through. And then as you see here, because this Aqua Tail goes up, this should kill Typhlosion, and that damage will actually never register. So Aqua Tail goes off, this KOs the Typhlosion. I'm going to send in Donphan, and we're going to punch down for the dub. And then as you see here, bang, 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 and then we counter down. And because counter is so powerful with Donphan, we come out with the W, even though we royally lost a freaking Skarmory with a Sky Attack banked. And that's how nuts Donphan is. Freaking hell, man. So much fun. I was like, oh my god. Like, I was like, wow. I can't believe I won that. That's freaking awesome. We get Burt 2196. And by the way, my ELO is 2769. So that's a very nice number. And we get a terrible lead. Quillfish Safe Switch comes in and we try to make something happen here because I'm like, oh my god. So as you see here, I'm going to bank up to the Sludge Wave. I will shield this because one Frenzy Plant, even at neutral damage against Quillfish, will do heavy damage. Frenzy Plant goes off. I'm going to shield it, of course. And then we have a Skarmory that comes through. And I'm like, okay, we can make something happen here. With a huge energy lead, if I can lock in that Meganium against my Skarmory, maybe I can make something happen here. Maybe I have a win condition. As you see, all we're going to do is Aqua Tail, time our Aqua Tails right so that they don't get any extra air slashes through. Aqua Tail is going to go off. We're just going to smack you with a tail, like hit you with a tail feather. We're going to hit you with the butt. It's like Finding Nemo. Please don't sue me, Disney. But you know when Nemo's like, Nemo touched the butt? Here's my Quillfish. Its butt is just smacking the only crap out of his stupid Skarmory's face. We should be able to get to 2 Aqua Tails here, and then I'm either going to be able... I want Switch. Ideally, I want Switch. I will go down 2 shields, but I want matchup advantage against that Meganium. So, as you see here, Aqua Tail goes off, and then I'm going to fire one more. Hopefully, they don't shield this. Because, again, I want that matchup advantage. If they do shield, that's okay. We'll try to make something happen here. Aqua Tail goes off, and as you see here, I'm going to send in Donphan to punch down the freaking Skarmory, and I epically fail. 1 HP in a Skarmory. Literal 1 HP in a Skarmory. Look at that freaking health, bruh. Sky Attack goes through, but it doesn't matter. Meganium's going to come in anyways. I don't want Meganium to farm me down. My idea here is I want to do enough chip damage on this Meganium, and hopefully I can farm down this Meganium with Skarmory, Brave Bird whatever's in the back, and come out with the dub. So as you see here, we're just going to do as much chip damage as we can to where we can chip, to where we can hopefully Brave Bird the back and come out with a W. We still have a sack on our Quillfish, and I'm able to get to another Body Slam. Our opponent's either going to shield this or they're going to let it go. Hopefully they do shield, because I want to be able to farm this Meganium with my Skarmory. And the play comes out perfectly. We're going to send in Skarmory, and then here's what happens. Even if I can one-shot Brave Bird whatever's in the back, and it happens to be a Quillfish, which is great, all I have to do is Brave Bird here, and then I can clear the debuff with my Quillfish. This is probably Aqua Tail, this won't KO. All I have to do is Brave Bird here, and then I can send in Quillfish to clear the buff, and then maybe, just maybe, it will have, the Meganium is probably low enough to where Poison Jab should do the trick. Either way here, I have a really comfortable win condition. So as you see here, we're going to get double Aqua Tail, but that's perfectly fine. All we're going to do here, we're going to burb. We're going to hit you with a Suburban. I'm going to hit you with a six grand freaking car. Yeah, Suburbans are expensive, so get hit by the Suburban. We're going to hit the Brave Bird on this freaking Quillfish, and we're going to send in our Pokemon, and all we're going to do is we're going to farm down double KO, but because I still got Skarmory in the back, it doesn't matter, and that's GG's. Donphan was so much fun for this shoutcast, and I really hope y'all enjoyed the battles. This was freaking nuts. I love Donphan for the Johto Cup. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, Donphan, as you see here, was able to punch its way to victory. I do not know how you hit it, how it has well, technically it can have counter, and counter's OP, but like, you don't really punch it in the face, like I said in shoutcast. I don't know, do you like jab it with like the trunk? You're just like, douche, 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 you know, it like does this it curves this, it like jabs you with its trunk for counter. Like just, I don't know, it looked like it would hurt. You get hit by an elephant trunk, and that thing would just like, bam, and then you would fly halfway across the world. Like, yeah, like, you know, like One Punch Man with Saitama. Amayo no Shinjuru, Fist of the North Star, death. You get hit by a Donphan trunk, and it's death. I'm pretty sure you would get a concussion if you got like hit in the head with a Donphan trunk. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. Donphan's a really sweet, spicy mom, but also factually really good in the lead, and one of the top safe switches in the Johto Cup. Here I feature as a lead just to get those Skarmories, and I want to break shields with this team, and really strong, and I really enjoyed using it. It was a lot of fun, and I do have my Donphan is from the Philippines, so my Filipino Donphan did some work. So, that being said, do me a huge favor. Please like and subscribe. It's totally free. You see next to these 2 Charmanders right here. All you have to do to subscribe is put your mouse over that little sub box that says subscribe. Really appreciate my current subscribers. Love my community. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support. Hopefully you have loving Donphans that will support you for the rest of your life. And good luck on your Go Battle sets, and I will see you guys on the next video.